The frustration continues as Maryland energy costs soar sky high this winter, with many households reporting an increase of hundreds of dollars a month on their bills.
In Annapolis, lawmakers are now joining the calls for change. But as Fox 45's Rebecca Pryor reports, critics argue they're part of the problem.
That's right. This month, several lawmakers have held hearings and press conferences seeking solutions to the state's soaring energy costs. Meanwhile, at least some political analysts say their own climate policies are partially to blame.
For many, the cost of heating your home this winter has been chilling.
The jaw-dropping incident, when I saw that bill, I was flabbergasted.
Energy bills for electric and gas ballooning to a point it's left some struggling to make ends meet.
I have a child. Even for myself, I can just throw on 2 sweaters. What do I care? But when you have a child to think about, it's definitely a scary thought.
In response,
I know how hard these prices are on working families, and we've got to do something to fix it.
Democratic lawmakers pushing plans to generate more energy at home.
We have to provide a path towards more Maryland-made energy. We need it cleaner than the energy we produce today, and we need it now.
Meanwhile, some political analysts argue it's those very same lawmakers' clean energy initiatives contributing to the rising costs they want to curb. If you look at your bill, this climbing Empower Maryland charge represents the price you pay for the state's ambitious climate policies, like the Climate Solutions Now Act of 2022, which includes reducing greenhouse gas emissions by at least 60% by 2031. In the process, 2 fossil fuel plants were scheduled to close, but only 7% of the state's energy comes from renewable resources, forcing these plants to extend their stay at a higher price, while Maryland buses in another 40% of its energy from other states.
But then we're going to import it from other states because now we don't have enough energy, and we're just going to pretend like somehow Maryland is a cleaner state.
Attorney and political analyst Yehuda Morgan arguing the state's long-term climate goals lost sight of the immediate impacts.
There have been warning signs, and there have been, dire calls, SOS calls for the last several years saying your policies will lead to higher prices.
And now it's unclear if the legislature is able or willing to truly flip the switch.
I want them to have a healthy environment to live in, just like everyone else. But that requires responsible legislation.
Also contributing to higher bills this year, BGE rate hikes for infrastructure improvements and also higher costs of natural gas. In Baltimore, Rebecca Pryor, Fox 45 News.